Today I will be sharing how much I allocate for my weekly variable expenses and how I decided what categories to use as my weekly variable expenses and how much to put in each envelope. Although I stuff off camera, I want to give you guys an updated video, so stay tuned. So welcome to my channel. So you see I have $200 here that I budget weekly for my variable expenses, and I have 6 variable expenses that I stuff weekly off camera as mentioned earlier. And in this video I will be sharing with you what those categories are and why I chose those categories and why I chose the amount. So I'm doing this updated video because I see that I have some new supporters, just to give you some context on what I've been doing behind the scenes. So the first one is personal. I give myself $10 a week for personal, and that is just what it said, personal. Anything like deodorant, makeup, anything, hair products, anything like that. Some budgeters call it beauty. I just say personal. So this is for me and my husband. If I pick up anything related to personal, I take it out of this category. So as I said, I roll it over. So you see I have $70 left from previous weeks. Once I add the $10, I'll have $80. And I like to roll my money over because I noticed that I spend less when I have more money in the envelopes. That's just some psychological I got going on over here, so it's working, so I'm going to keep doing it. So yeah, when I first started my journey, I would take the leftover money from my variable expenses and put it towards debt. But being that we do not have any consumer debt, we have a mortgage and now we have a car loan. But I roll mine over, and so yeah. Next we have spending. I give myself $100 a week for spending. That may be a lot to some people, but it has worked for me because I like to spend. I like to have the money to spend. Earlier in my journey, I was giving myself $50 before I started the cash envelope system. That's when we were getting out of debt, but now we're consumer debt free. So I gave myself a little bit more, and I noticed that I do not spend my $100 on a regular basis. And so what I do now is roll it over and use it in saving challenges. When I did decrease it back to $50 a week, I noticed that I was spending more. So psychologically, the more money I give myself to spend, the less money I spend. So that's working for me, guys. I don't know how that works, and I'm not going to try to find out why it's like that. I'm just going to keep going, because if a win is a win, no matter how you win. So, you know, everyone's journey is different. So this is my journey that I'm sharing with you guys. Yeah, so we're going to give $100 to spending. And reason why I don't spend a lot, of course, because I got a mindset change. I'm focused on building generational wealth for my grandchildren. Of course, I want to retire early. And plus, I have a sinking fund for most of the things that I do, like self-care. Then you saw I had the envelope for personal, so I really don't need it a lot of the time. So this is miscellaneous. I added this about 6 months ago. I realized that there were some things that were coming up that I did not have a category for. So I decided to add the miscellaneous category, and I do $5 a week in ones, and that has been helping out. I almost spend it every week, so I'm glad I actually have this envelope, so it has been beneficial. And next we have household. This is for just what it says, anything to deal with the house, laundry detergent. If I need to pick up some Clorox or anything like that, I give myself $10 a week. And the reason why I do $10 a week, because I am a couponer, and I generally, you know, stack coupons and get good deals. So I had $70 left. So once I add the 10, I have $80 for household. And if I purchase anything for the home, if I don't have any money in my home sinking fund, I will also take it out of this envelope. So as stated earlier, everyone's journey is different. We're just sharing our journey just to motivate and inspire you guys. Take bits and pieces from different budgeters and, you know, use it in your journey if if you think it'll be beneficial. So giving in tips is just what it says. Of course, when my husband and I go out to dinner, I take the tips out of this envelope, or if I give somebody some money on the, if I see somebody that's in need, I'll take it out of this envelope. I do 3 5s, which is a total of $15 a week. I have $15 in here, so once I add the other 15, I have $30. But I do have a charity sinking fund for larger donations, like to donate to a charity as well. So yeah, so now I will have $30 in here. Sometimes I like to swap out those 5s for $2 bills when my bank has some, but most of the time they don't have any. So now I have $30 to be a blessing to someone. And last is eating out. So Mrs Vee is a traveling respiratory therapist, and even before I started traveling, I'm not gonna try to lie and say that's why, but I like to eat out a lot, and I like to have the money available, so I'm not gonna cheat myself. So I give myself $60 a week. So I have 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3 left over. When I add the 60, I have 123. So yeah, I like to have the money available. And I noticed that I spend less, as stated earlier, when I have the more money. So yeah, so I just wanted to come by and share with you why I chose those different expenses, because these are things that I really use on a weekly basis. I do not include gas or groceries in here. I used to have an envelope for Dollar Tree, but I no longer shop at the Dollar Tree like that anymore because I had a mindset change. And then I also, when I first started out, I had a groceries envelope where I was doing $50 a week for me and my husband. That was when we were still trying to get out of debt, like when I first started the cash envelope system, and I was still doing $50 a week in groceries, but I no longer do that. I just leave that money in the bank. So yeah, so these are my categories: personal, household, miscellaneous, spending, eating out, giving, and tips. And this has been working for me well, and I really love it. So I hope I gave you guys some inspiration. Let me know in the comment section what categories you use. And I did create these envelopes, but I do not sell them. My sister printed out the decals on her Cricut Joy, and I made the envelopes. So yeah, they're too time consuming, and you don't really get a profit by the time you do all the work. So I may make some of these and do it as a giveaway in the future. So yeah, so these are my categories. I am in love. So let me know in the comment section what categories you use weekly. So this is Miss V. I'm always show you a way to save. Thank you, and have a nice day.